Welcome back to Theme Park Thrills, where we're here back in the studio for the first time in a little while.
A week.
1 week, actually. Not that long, really, actually. But we were outside in that video a little bit too. That was the Universal one, which was from last week, to go and check that one out. But we're back here with a review on the channel. We did a few of these through the closed season, the most recent one that is, of course. But we haven't done one for a while. We did some of the coasters, didn't we? Which ones did we do? Well, you don't have to name all of them.
We've done Smiler.
This Smiler, I think we did Nemesis.
Smiler, Nemesis, Mandra Mayhem.
We did Hyperia as well, and
Oblivion,
a few others maybe. No, I'm not sure if we did that. I don't know, but we did a few, so go and check those out if you haven't already. But we are going to do a review on the new ride at Alton Towers. Not a coaster, it is of course Toxicator. Now this opened on the 15th of March, just over a month ago now. We were actually there for the opening day as well, weren't we?
Yeah.
It was a good day for Toxicator until it had an accident, let's say.
It was just a bit of a bad day for them.
It was a bad day, so we did do a vlog from that. In terms of Toxicator though, it actually ran quite well. That wasn't anything to do with the ride on its opening day, but it was a good opening day. The atmosphere was nice as well. I had quite a long queue, like a couple of hours I think.
Yeah.
Which for an opening day is not too bad, but it is only a flat ride, so it's not great. We didn't actually get on it on opening day, did we?
No, just sensible decision.
Yeah, we stuck to the other stuff in the park, because it's obviously on that long
Just
queue. But we have been on it since. Haven't we? I've done it 3 times. You've done it too. We did it in the single rider video that we posted on the channel just now. So yeah, go and check that video out. You give a little bit of review of your thoughts, didn't you? In that video.
Yeah, I thought you were asking me to.
No.
Yeah, I did.
But in this video, we're going to be going through kind of the ride, not layout, the ride cycle, I suppose, and also the theming of the ride, queue line and everything else as well. We've done a single rider queue, like we said in that video, but we have also done the main queue as well. We'll start off with the queue line. Then you got this nice entrance sign, haven't you?
Yeah, I really like the effect they got on the entrance sign. You know, like
the writing of it looks nice.
Yeah, I really like that.
Cool. Yeah, it's quite a nice entrance sign. You got the advertised queue time at the front, which has a bit of a green background too.
That's also like when it's closed. Well, before it even says closed, like before they're even like it reaches 10, it's got like that toxic badge.
Yeah,
it's like mist, it's green mist coming up.
Yeah, it's good. Actually, it's a nice little effect because why not, I guess. And then of course you enter the queue line. It's not a long queue line. It doesn't really need to be.
Those bits where it's like main queue, single rider, fast track. I think they look quite cool as well. They're like little like pipes.
Yes, that is true. It's got a nice little effect on it, which is really good to see. It's just the little things which add quite a bit to the ride. But yeah, then you enter the queue line. Not a long queue, as I said, but it doesn't really need to be. Doesn't really get a long queue now, does it?
Not at all.
So yeah, that's totally fine. The queue line is quite good. It's a bit of a cattle pen, actually, isn't it?
Not a very big one.
No, it's not a big one. But you do get a nice view of the ride whilst it's going around, which is good to see. And you have got some theming in there too, haven't you?
Yeah, like it's more
barrels
when you get like towards like the actual ride. Like,
yeah, you got some like barrels and stuff, haven't you, around the queue line?
They
not
got
loads.
Some stuff like obviously it's got a big bit that's raised on
the concrete
like inside of it.
Yeah, you got the concrete and it's like kind of sunk into the concrete a bit.
You got like
and you got these railings covered like. So you can't go in there, and it's got like this like yellow suits, I think it is,
hazmat suits,
and like some masks and things like that. So that's like just before you go up onto the platform itself. So that's actually looked quite good, doesn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I've got a bit of theming in the queue line, and as I say, you got a nice view of the coaster too. And then you make your way up onto the platform. And now, firstly, when they were doing this, building this ride, I wasn't 100% sure about this concrete platform. One, because it must have cost quite a bit, I would have thought.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe that might be a bit of a waste of money where they could kind of spend that on extra theming. But actually, and I was also worried it would just look like plain concrete and a ride on top of it, which wouldn't obviously look good. But that's not the case. I think it actually adds quite a lot to it.
It looks so nice, especially that underneath it as well.
Yeah, the fact that you got the tunnel, we'll get onto that in a second. But I think you feel a lot higher because of that.
Yeah.
Because you're raised up, and then obviously when you're at the top on the ride, you do feel quite high up.
Yeah, it's reasonably tall.
Yeah.
Have a look how tall.
I believe it might be the tallest flat ride in the country.
Is it?
Or in the world. I'm not sure. But yeah, it does add a lot, and the effects that they've done around on the concrete.
The Towers count as flat rides.
I suppose, well, excluding that.
Well, it's still 78 feet.
Yeah, it's pretty high, to be fair. It's like the height of a lot of coasters in that park.
I'm assuming that's from the bottom of the concrete, not like the path that you of the area. But.
Yeah. So yeah, you've got a nice effect on the concrete where it looks kind of like slime and very run down in like a good way. And then you make your way, once you're on a platform, onto the ride. Now I think the gondola, it's called. How many riders? I reckon I don't actually know. If I was going to guess, like 30 maybe, 30, between 30 and 40.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. But yeah, so obviously you've got two sides to it. And you can either face Galactica, which you get a nice view of, and then you also get a nice view on the other side of kind of a little bit of Nemesis off to your right, but also kind of the start of Forbidden Valley, sort of where the helicopter and the entrance portal is for the area. So it looks quite, you get some nice views from both sides, especially when you're high up, whilst it's actually going around.
38 at a time.
38 riders at a time, so obviously not loads, but it is a filler flat ride, isn't it? That's something that Alton Towers really needed, because they don't really have any in Dark Forest or X Sector.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do.
Not really any flat rides at all.
Not really. So hopefully we can see more investments like this in the other areas as well. But the ride itself, the seats are comfy actually, and the restraints, obviously it is over the shoulder restraints, of course.
They're quite weird, they're so narrow.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, but I think overall it's quite comfy.
Yeah, they're alright.
Although, mind you, I do find, because you do get these moments where you do get hang time, don't you? And where you're like staring down at the fountains.
Yeah.
I find it a little bit uncomfortable on,
Bits.
Yeah, your bits. I don't know about you.
No.
No, maybe I don't know, needed to adjust to something before. But that's what I've found when I've been on it a few times now. But maybe it's just me. But overall, it's pretty comfortable, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then for the cycle, now I've only ever experienced one type of cycle. I think they've only really been running this cycle, unless it's just been a coincidence of when we've been there. But I'll try and run through it from what I can remember. It starts off for like the first minute. It's not that intense, is it?
You're just going like
you're just up and like a little bit like hang time upside down.
Just like swinging around.
And then you kind of like go backwards and forwards facing the water, don't you?
Yeah.
You do both sides, so you get the nice effect going forwards like that, and then like that, which is quite cool. In fact, when we were on it the other day, it was raining, and when we were going backwards, we just had the water in our eyes. But I imagine when you're facing forward in the summer, that's where you'll be getting soaked by the water jets. So they do get quite close, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Which is quite a nice effect as
I
well.
can imagine in the summer it's just waterboarding people.
Yeah, and I think you also do like, you kind of go upside down like nice and close to the floor as well, don't you?
Yeah, you get so close.
You do get really close, but you also do it like high up, so you feel really high up away from the view line and stuff like that. And that is then when it starts to properly get going. Now, with this cycle, I think it gets going about twice, where it starts like flipping like a top spin does.
Yeah.
So the first one, I think, is like 2.5 sort of flips. So you just kind of flip,
and then it goes like
it just swings a bit. Yeah, it's really intense, and it does it again, I think, an extra time, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you do it the other side.
Yeah,
Everyone's
it depends
like,
where you're sat.
As it spits it, it's like, whoa!
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 So yeah, you get kind of two moments where it's probably spinning. One where you kind of do 2 full inversions and a little bit more, then another where you do 3 and a bit. So both of those are very intense, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like you can feel the force on it, and like Josh said, it's a proper like, whoa. It's quite funny to listen to actually. But it's not too intense. I think if it had a couple more, it would probably be a bit much.
Yeah.
So I think they've got the balance pretty good there.
Yeah, I think 2 would just be fine, not 2.5 like it does.
Yeah, I think 3 would be the limit, because I don't mind the one where it's 3. It's just enough, really.
Yeah.
Because other flat rides and top spins like Talican at Phantasialand, I think that does like 6 in a row. Like that just must be.
I
don't think
I wouldn't be able to go on.
Like, I'm sure if we get to Phantasialand at some point in the future, probably won't go on that.
No.
Probably. Maybe I'll have a look at it and decide then, but we'll see.
I'll be sitting back.
Yeah, because like 3 feels plenty when I'm on Toxicator as well. In terms of like it's quite smooth as well. Like there's no kind of like jolts or anything. Like all the transitions are nice and smooth, which you'd expect from a new ride like this.
Really loud.
It is very loud off-ride. You don't really notice it when you're on the ride.
No.
But off-ride, very squeaky.
Yeah, I think it's probably just like.
And like the.
Yeah, the hydraulics. I think they probably use, or they use like air pressure ones.
Yeah, when you're on ride, I don't really notice it too much. But I do think Toxicator would definitely benefit from on-ride audio. Actually, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it does have a soundtrack that plays whilst it's going, and it says other things like initiating program and things like that. That woman that speaks.
You can kind of hear it, but
a little bit. It'd be nice to have speakers by the seats, so you can probably hear it. Just add to it a little bit more.
So right underneath, like in between your legs.
Yeah, something like that. So that'd be good. If they could add that, I don't know. Probably not now, which is a bit of a shame. But it's only a little thing. It'd just be nice to sort of enhance the ride experience. Now, moving on to the theming around the area, obviously the ride there that we just explained. If you had to do a quick review, actually, of what the ride experience is like, what would you say?
It's like a nice length cycle, maybe creeping onto the side of it's a bit too long.
Maybe.
I mean, it's fine. It could definitely end a bit earlier, but I mean,
for the half of it though, it's not intense.
I mean that first bit,
it's fun.
Where it's just like
it's good fun.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, maybe shorten that slightly, and then it's fine. But I mean, it's not that it's a problem now. It's just
I don't know what the other cycles are like. We haven't actually seen them do any other cycle.
No.
So I don't know if there's shorter or longer ones.
Maybe
probably
like summertime.
Maybe
they actually get wet.
Yeah, maybe. But in terms of like the flips as well, do you think? And I don't find it really that sickening. A bit dizzy.
No, you get really dizzy.
You get quite dizzy, but it does sort of give you just about enough time to compose yourself. Before you go again. So overall, I quite like the cycle that they're running now. I don't know what the other ones are like compared to that, of course. We will find out. But to be honest, it's a ride that I'd quite happily go on every time I go to Alton Towers. Once or twice.
I was going to go on it a third time, but the queue was just a bit far back.
Yeah, so there's a good investment there from Alton Towers, and they've also done the theming really well around the area.
Yeah, under that tunnel.
Tunnel looks really good.
Glow in the dark, like writing,
and lots of lighting.
Kind of paint spills like down the wall. I'm assuming that's not paint. It's like acid or something.
Lots of signage as well. There's a little reference to Ripsaw as well, and other signs as well about the Wasparium or something, I think, isn't there? And there's some graffiti as well. I think it's explaining a little bit about the story of like Nemesis, and it's saliva, isn't it? I think.
It's Nemesis, it's Nemesis Venom.
So the tunnel's really good. That's another benefit of having that platform as well. In terms of the area kind of out the tunnel, again quite good. You got slime in the rocks, haven't you? Which look good. The entrance sign, as we mentioned, a couple of dryers, which obviously means you're going to get wet in the summer.
Also, like on the main entrance, not to the area, I mean like Alton Towers entrance, like the frogs, you got like
that's true. You got a little bit
at the moment. You got like the barrels, like
the
toxic waste
and
barrels,
then the frogs,
and the frogs are dressed up as fans.
Yeah, so I don't know when they'll go. I presume probably fairly soon, really.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be there for too much longer. But overall, like the theming on Toxicator is really good, especially for just flat ride and top spin. It's really well themed. I think they just finished it off really nicely, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially like I said with the effects around on the concrete as well. It just all comes together really well. To be honest, I wasn't actually sure about the colour scheme because it's obviously bright green and black. I didn't know how that would look with the red in Forbidden Valley.
So you got red and black, green and black, and blue.
Yeah, Galactica doesn't really fit in. That's the only bit now of Forbidden Valley that doesn't fit into the area. So hopefully they can do something with that. But I'm pleasantly surprised with how the green and black works actually with red and black.
Yeah,
I think it looks alright. To be honest, though, I do think like a bright green and black would definitely work in X Sector, wouldn't it? With the orange and yellow in there already. So maybe I don't know.
A bright neon.
Exactly. So if they do a flat ride in X Sector hopefully soon, maybe they'll go with a similar sort of colour. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, really impressed with the theming around the area. And the ride experience on Toxicator is good as well.
Yeah.
So that pretty much concludes everything in this review. Obviously it's not a long video, but we thought we may as well do one quickly, seeing as it's the new ride for this year, and it's a good ride as well, as we said. So the ride experience is very good, well, decent, and the theming is very good as well. It works in Forbidden Valley good too. If you had to pick an area to get a flat ride next, where would you go? Where would you pick? Probably say X Sector for me.
Yeah, I'll probably go maybe Dark Forest, just try and make it a bit better because it's so dead right now.
It is. Yeah, I'd just like to see them do a full revamp of Dark Forest. A new coaster instead of Rita.
Just get rid of Rita.
Maybe a flat ride or two.
Get rid of 13. Just get rid of the whole area and just restart. Just try again.
I wouldn't mind if they kept 13 so much. I wouldn't even mind if they kept Rita and just enhanced all the theming. Like, that'd be good.
Or you could... Obviously, I know it's hard with like the money and that, because obviously it's very expensive things to do. You're getting rid of Rita, get a different ride there, obviously, and then get another one. So you've got two kind of thrill rides in Dark Forest, and then you've got some like kept 13 there. It's like a nice like family thrill sort of thing, you know.
A couple of flat rides as well.
Yeah,
and be good.
Obviously, that would be over.
Once
from they started, that will be over like so many years because they'd have to get the money to kind of do it.
But yeah, I definitely want to see a flat ride or two come to Dark Forest and also X Sector as well, because it's still lacking for flat rides at Alton Towers. Like if you compare it to Fort Park, they have loads more, don't they?
Yeah.
So hopefully we see more investments like Toxicator, because that was a very good start. And we enjoy it a lot. Let us know what you think of Toxicator as well. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.